Hello, everybody. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network, coming to you every Monday morning to bring awareness, to expand our lives a little bit, just to listen to Spirit and see what they have to say. Good morning, Tim. Good morning. Hope everybody slept very well last night. I'm trying. I'm trying to catch up on sleep. I am definitely trying, and it'll work. Eventually, it'll work. Do you guys like my new Manome? Manome. Larry got me that for Christmas, and I just got it. And the kids have it changed because they can change the outfits. So right now they're rocking the United States. So 4th of July theme. So we'll see what it's going to be next week. Who knows? Whatever their heart's desires. We're not gonna crush their dreams and tell them they're out of season. So, but I thought at one point we had St. Patty, but apparently St. Patty is gone. So let's see what we got to say today. I got Neil's book this morning. Oh gosh, didn't even need the glasses for this one. There's not a whole lot to talk about today. It looks well, a lot to talk about, not a lot to read. Remember, at the end of the day, we have our 5-card stud. And today we are using the Dreamgate Oracle, a self-reflective deck and guidebook by Danielle Noel. So I was super excited because these came unwrapped, and I thought, oh, I can finally peek. I can finally peek at a deck. So I opened up the deck, and I thought, oh, gorgeous. Took the book out. Did not look at the book because I threw the book here. And I went, oh, almost there. Oh, just had to open up a card deck, get to that point. And they're wrapped. They're wrapped. So again, I didn't get to peek. I will tell you, I tried on this deck. I tried desperately to peek on this deck. Spirit wasn't having it. They're like, no peeky for you, no peeky for you. So I kind of laughed about that, but that's okay. That's okay. So we are going to put that up. I do want to share this to my newest Facebook page, guys. Yes, I have a newest Facebook page. Can you believe it? I do have to find out where it's at on Facebook before I can share it to the newest page, but this is what we do. We look and we try to find it, and then I will share it to my page and then see if people can find it from there. Sharing it now. Everybody, my name is Bear on Facebook. He's a beautiful German Shepherd. Find me. Beautiful. So let's start our day. Very little to read today. Very little, but that's okay. Small reads, big message. It says, you are 3 things. You are 3 things in one. You are 3 things in one. 3 beings in one. Not even 3 things, 3 beings in one. And although all aspects of you, soul, mind, and body, are exactly equal, you can cause your physical self to experience pain and suffering. Yet this much is so. The soul will never override the body or the mind. Let's go back and reread that again because it's really dynamic. You are 3 beings in one, and although all aspects of you, the soul, mind, and the body, are exactly equal, you can cause your physical self to experience pain and suffering. And that right there is really the answer to why we have cancer, why we have disease, why we have physical pain, why we have heartbreak, why we have it all. And I know that is really not what anybody wants to hear. Not what anybody, exactly, Tim. Now let's take this in a direction that might be a little bit different. Okay. Because I will tell you, I've been asked this several times. I know every priest out there has been asked this, every nun, anybody that anybody can deem has a little bit of possible insight into how this all works. Because we always hear, if there's a God, why do we have cancer? If there's this, why do we have illness? If we have this, why do our children die? Why is there fast and famine and war? And why? Why do we have it all? If we have this beautiful soul that has no pain, that does this, does that, blah, blah, blah. So let's take it back. And it really is because we are mind, body, and soul. And all three of those things are vastly different. So let's go. And someone should write a book about this. I know, Tim, you should. It could be like book, I don't know, 8. I bet you Tim's not laughing. So let's look at this. When we look at the mind, body, and the soul, first comes the soul. Okay, chicken. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? The soul. The soul came first. Why? Because it needed to be created to bring up the vast even idea of jumping into a body. And the soul, as we've spoke before, only experiences love and beauty and brightness and creation and just the magic of all. It's what it creates, and it jumps into this body, aka the body. Okay, the body is this physical thing. My brain, your brain, is part of your body. Okay, it kind of moves kind of like a robot, or a symbiotic being per se, because the body can't work without the soul, but the soul can work without the body. Okay, so the body really is just symbiotic, feeding off everything else. But then we have the mind, and it's really sad because we always do this. Our minds, even in 4-H, our mind. No, this is your brain. This is your brain. This is not your mind. This is your brain. Okay, and I know that's really hard. I'm doing Home Alone. I know that's really hard to go, wait a second, my mind? No, your mind isn't in here. Your mind isn't in here. Your brain is in your head, Your mind is not. Your mind is a separate identity, a separate aspect to you. And I know that even myself sometimes goes, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my God, no. So you have to look at the mind, the body, and the soul. 3 different aspects. The soul being the energy center, the battery to the body. The body is what is the car to the soul. And the mind really is that extra thing outside of the body, part of the body that really keeps all the knowledge. Okay. So in the best ways of understanding this, think about your telephone, your phone. Okay. Your phone is the body. The phone is actually the body of the device. Your iCloud is the mind of the device. Does that make sense? The brain of the phone is inside the phone, but all the data and all that external memory is held in an iCloud. So you need to think of your mind that way. Does it work with body? Yes, it works with it all the time. The soul, or the aura to your body, the aura to your soul, is keeping all the memories, everything, just like the iCloud. Okay, so three things. It takes 3 things to create this to function in everyday life. So when we look at that, taking 3 things to create this, okay, this is why things start to get a little muddled. Okay. Now I know we're going to take a step back. We're going to take a step back before we start to talk about things getting kind of muddled. So let's go back a little bit, okay? And we've talked about soul contracts. We've talked about purpose. We've talked about it all here. And I know it's really hard to bring this into awareness. But I need to ask the question, why would you come here? If the soul is so beautiful and heaven is so amazing and everything is love and there's no war and there's no hunger and there's no pain and everything is blissful as heck, why on God's green earth would we come and get into a body and mess that all up? Why would we want this roller coaster of hell? Because we love it. Why? Because we love it. Why do we love it? Because we love school. We love knowledge. We love experience. We love it all. There is no denying that when the soul decides to come into the body, Now, I'm not even going to say that this is the only planet, because, guys, this is not the only planet. This is not the only world that has life on it. And even though we can only see 9 planets in our itty bitty solar system in the universe, doesn't mean that we are alone, because we're not. This is a huge, huge existence of planets and solar systems and space and universes. If you don't believe me, watch Star Trek, because everything on Star Trek's got to be true, right? Anyway, we get into this body. And why? Because we really want to experience. We want to experience the ups, the downs, the in-betweens. You know, as a soul, you know love, but you know the purest form of love. And really, there are so many different aspects to love. There are so many different variables to love. There is loss of love, gain of love the dog, love the kid, love thy neighbor, hate to love to hate. Oh my gosh, it really is endless. And we want to experience that. We also want to experience every gender. We want to be a man sometimes, we want to be a woman sometimes, and we want to experience love in both of those genders. I know it's a lot to wrap your head around, right? And just like we know how we're going to be born, what time and date we're going to be born, to who we're going to be born to, we also know how we're going to die, because we planned it. And just like you have in the body, we have a beautiful fantasy mind in the soul. And the soul really does decide everything it wants. But within that, guys, within that, again, the soul doesn't understand pain. It doesn't understand suffering. It doesn't understand anything. It just knows love. And because it knows love, and that's all it knows, it's never going to trump the body on what the body's going to go through or wants, or the mind wants to go through. It's just not going to trump it. Because if it did, we'd only ever have love on this planet. Good morning, Lee. I think we're at 5 or 6. I love this. It's all it knows. It's all it's got. But it also knows if at every turn it says, whoa, if the body's gonna feel pain, let's throw some light in there. Oh my gosh, it's gonna feel suffering, let's throw some love in there. The soul is never going to get the experience it wants or needs or yearns for if it trumps the body. The body is going to always choose first. The soul's wrote up the guidebook. Okay? The soul's written it. It's how it plays it out is on the body's job. Does that understand it? It's up to the body to know how to play the role. 2 beings right there. So you throw the mind in there. Again, the mind is the memory. The mind is a deciding factor. The mind is really the creation of the fantasy while you're here. The soul has created the fantasy it would like. The mind is creating the fantasy while the soul is in the body, and the body is acting it out. And for whatever reason, our bodies get it muddled. It wants to experience it all, but as we've talked before, you know how the soul can manifest something right now? The body can too, but it takes longer. It takes a drastically longer period of time for the manifestation to come to light than it does when you're in the soul. And I hate to say it, this body, a lot of times it's going to choose that pain or that suffering, not because it wants it, but because it's trying to figure it out. It's just trying to figure it out. And I know we'd love to think that we're way ahead of the game on a lot of things, but we really aren't. So when people ask, Why do we have suffering? Why do we have this? Why? It's a very complex answer. And even one that, even though I have a lot of knowledge on the subject, I am going to tell you when I die, I'm probably going to find out the truth and go, oh, damn it. So close to getting it completely right. I only have the knowledge that I've been given while I've been here. And there's so much more because, quite frankly, we don't get to get it all because we couldn't understand it all. We couldn't wrap our fingers around it all. We just couldn't. We would love to, but wouldn't that make it easy? It wouldn't make life easier if we could wrap our brains around all the truth. Okay? If we knew all that our soul knew while we were in the existence of this body, boy, life would be so much easier. Life would be so much different. Life would be all rainbows and unicorns and lollipops. But then why would we get into the body? Why would the soul have to jump into a body then? Because it would not get what it was yearning, which is knowledge. So for as long as we're going to have the body, as long as we are going to have this system of school, of learning, of growing, we are forever going to have pain. We're forever going to have suffering. We're forever going to have all that we have. And I'm being reminded, oh my gosh, I'm being reminded of something. And I don't know where this is being put into. But we can choose the amount of suffering we do or don't want while we're here. And you can choose if you want to continue that suffering. Now, I don't know where this fits into it, but I'm kind of, good morning, Keith. There's a man that's been on death row quite a while. And apparently, at whatever state he's in, he gets to choose his means of his exit, his death. And I read the article not because of a man on death row and his life being ended, but I read it because I was blown away that he had the option and then chose the option of firing squad. I gasped. I was like, oh my God, how inhumane. Whoa, 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 whoa. I thought we got rid of that. So I continued reading the article and I found he could have choice of electric chair, injection, or firing squad. And I thought, boy, I'd have taken an injection any day. Oh my gosh, just to have a needle placed into the vein and something pushed in there and I'd fall asleep and I'd just pass. I thought that seems much more humane. I think that's the choice I would make. And he didn't. And I couldn't figure out why. So I continued reading the article. Why would you want to pass with such suffering, such fear? And I learned, as he learned, that just because people on death row choose to die by injection doesn't mean it is as nice as of a death as we think, because the body doesn't necessarily die right away. Sometimes it takes them a few days, and they suffer for those few days. And this man decided that he didn't want to take that chance. He decided, his mind and his body decided, even though his death was going to definitely be planned, and his death was definitely going to happen at this day, at this time, the initial act of it, he did not want to have the continued possible suffering. So he chose firing squad. And it's I don't know, 5 or 6 people with firearms aimed at the heart. But death is immediate. And I thought, wow, that's a really interesting way to choose. But he chose to end the suffering, to not take a chance at the suffering, the extended suffering. And I thought, wow, what if we all chose different? And I know that's a really, really exaggerated truth because the story is true. I can't remember the man's name. But I thought, what if each of us decided to make a different choice? What if one morning you woke up and you just decided you weren't going to have pain anymore? You just decided, I don't want to suffer with pain. So I'm going to choose not to have pain in my life. I'm going to choose to somehow get rid of the pain of my body. I know somebody that's done it. What if you choose that you no longer want to suffer from the effects of fibromyalgia? I know somebody's done that. What if you choose, even though you've had a stroke and your body just isn't working, your whole body really isn't working anymore, and you choose to not suffer that existence anymore, but to get back to your life? I've known somebody's done that. I've been witnessed the extraordinary circumstances of people where at one point their body chose to suffer. They chose what I would think is the harder way out. And then they chose not to suffer. And it's as if they are seamlessly rewriting their lives, changing the dynamics. Now, does each one of those stories happen overnight? No, they didn't just one morning wake up and go, I'm not going to have this anymore. What they did is they woke up one morning and they went, I'm kind of done with this. I don't know how I'm going to not do this anymore, but I'm done. It might take me a day, a week, a year, 2 years, but I'm done suffering. I'm done with the existence that I've chosen for myself. And I'm going to write the book on how I ended my own suffering. And it's fantastic because I do believe watching the journey back is more awe-inspiring than watching the journey of the suffering. Because I've watched people go from healthy to debilitated based on an illness or a cause. Because for whatever reason, their body felt like they needed that or desired it or just gave up to it, whatever it might be. And they fought back and they went, I am not going to suffer with this anymore. I've watched people with cancer that have been told this is not going to live. There is a man out there right now, beautiful, amazing man out there. And I'm not going to state his name, but y'all can follow him. You can all find him. Just Google a famous guy that has cancer. They got stricken by not one, but I believe it was 2 forms of cancer. His prognosis was death. That was it. Prognosis, death. And when he began treatment, because they decided to try, because why not? Why not try? Because that's what they do. They try. And when he decided this was not, he was sick and tired of dealing with this crap. Instead of allowing the body to choose death, he went, nope, I would like to have some life left in me. And we could go from a prognosis to a love story of life and beat this in odds that they just said really were not obtainable. He went from having to cancel shows and cancel events and travels to, in the midst of treatment, they've rescheduled them. And he's taking a group to Ireland in the fall because his body chose not to suffer. And his soul got on board and said, let's do this. The stories are there, guys, and you can bear witness to all of them. It's not a simple feat. And I would love to say it's just simple, that they just go, boop, this is what I want, and it's over with. Love to say that's the case, but it's really not. They have to choose it. The body has to make the choice to, I am not going to deal with this anymore. I want a little bit more life. I want a better life. I don't want to have pain. I don't want to have to be suffering. I don't want to be sick. But it can. And it does. And the stories are miraculous. So I want you this week and every week to think, if one morning you woke up and you were ill. So you woke up this week and you woke up with a nasty cold. When you wake up, do you choose to go, oh my God, the next week is going to be miserable for me, and choose the suffering? Or do you wake up and go, okay, we're getting this shit done now. We're over it. Sniffle, sniffle, blow, blow, take a pill, dry it up, walk away, and by the end of the day, completely okay. I do that quite a bit. I cannot tell you how many colds I've had this year that I woke up going, oh, hell to the no. I don't have time for this. And by the end of the day, I am better than I was the day before. Because I tell my body, I don't choose it. Other things might take a little bit longer to cure. Say cancer, recovering from a stroke, chronic pain. But I firmly believe that even the worst cases of back pain and surgery and bolts and rods can also be the person that one day does backflips. Because it's possible. If the body and the mind choose it, it's possible. Because the soul will help you along the way. With that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the morning's talk. We're going to take a quick station break, and when we come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud, guys. See you in a few.
Life is full of crossroads, and navigating them can be daunting. But fear not. Join us on Navigating Life's Crossroads Pathways to Freedom with Leslie Wegleitner, your guide through the journey of self-discovery. In a world filled with inner conflict, external pressures, and the constant tug between your choices and others' expectations, Leslie will help you face your fears head-on. Discover how to choose your path authentically without compromising your true self. Our show explores the profound question, how can you find inner peace, align with your deepest desires, and make decisions that honor your unique journey? Leslie's wisdom and expertise will inspire you to embrace your own path and empower you to move forward with confidence and clarity. Don't let life's crossroads overwhelm you. Tune in to Navigating Life's Crossroads Pathways to Freedom and embark on a transformative journey towards self-discovery and true freedom. It's time to find peace within and make choices that resonate with your heart and soul. Join us and let's explore your path to a life you truly deserve at Leslie Wegleitner. Attention curious practitioners in the realm of transformative experiences, holistic wellness, intuitive guidance, and metaphysical arts. Are you ready to expand your horizons and take your practice to new heights? Join the Edge Partner Directory, where your expertise can shine and your services can transform lives. We are dedicated to creating a community of practitioners who are as curious and passionate as you are about guiding others on their journeys of self-discovery, healing, and growth. As a member of the Edge Partner Directory, you will connect with a network of like-minded practitioners who share your curiosity and passion for exploring the depths of human potential, and showcase your unique offerings to a diverse audience of seekers actively looking for transformative experiences here, there, and everywhere. Embrace your curiosity and take the next step in your practice's journey to becoming an Edge Partner. Learn more at edgedirectory.net. Again, go to edgedirectory.net.
Hey everybody, this is DeEtte. Welcome back to School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. Coming to you every morning to bring, or every Monday morning, to bring awareness, enlightenment, based on a little bit of what Spirit has to say or do. I'm kind of going with it. Anyway, guys, I want to say a little bit about the whole Edge Network there, because quite frankly, you can also become part of the Edge Network, whether it be a radio show, podcast, or contributor to the magazine. Just reach out to the Edge magazine. They're more than happy to get you in touch with the powers that be that make it happen and build our community, which is awesome. And the Edge just got done sponsoring and being part of the Reawakening event that happened this last weekend in Minneapolis. I did not go to it, guys. I know it's supposed to be there Sunday. We decided that my presence wasn't necessarily not needed or wanted, but it didn't need to be there. We kind of felt in it, went, maybe I'm not supposed to be there. And we just chose to not be there. So, which is totally okay. I still 110% support them, love them. And from what I heard, it was a very magically powerful event. So super excited for that for them. There's that. Super excited. So let's get into our Dreamgate cards. Let's get in. I need to clean my desk. Every time I turn around, I got more stuff. So the Dreamgate. Oh, I'm gonna love these, and they're cards that you just want to snuggle and you don't know why. The Dreamgate Oracle, a self-reflective deck and guidebook by Danielle Noel. Beautiful, soft imagery on the front. It says, discover the uncharted expanses of your dreaming mind. Filled with rich symbology and open-ended imagery. The Dreamgate Oracle is a beautiful tool to support your dreams in day-to-day life, meant to evoke subconscious landscapes and celestial vistas. The cards of this deck have been carefully crafted by visual artist and leading Oracle creator Danielle Noel to explore the magic of your inner worlds. The deluxe set includes 50 cards in a travel box, 184-page color guidebook, and keepsake storage box. So we all know I love boxes that are easy open. I think all boxes for cards should be easy open because they should just be a beautiful gift that you open up. So the inside says, I dream, I imagine, I create. I'm in love with them already. It's a big book. This is a big book, guys. I won't even lie. I'm not a fan of big books. We know this. The reason being is because if I want to throw this in my purse, this feels like a novel. It feels very heavy. It feels like, not to say it's a bad thing, but bigger is not always better. When you look into it, she did just try to pack it all in there. We do have colorful pages, but you know what? The imagery kind of gets lost in there because even though it's colorful, it's small. So it's going to be hard to read this based on this. She's really kind of getting you into more of the message of what she chooses for the card, which is fine. It is her deck. She does have, like this one says, the Enchanted Forest. It's got activation codes of green healing, deep breath, nervous system support, forest bathing, and grounding. It's got a couple of affirmation statements, what I love. It does have some general reading. It looks like it gets into a little bit more reading. It's got a message for the card. And it kind of keeps going on to saying, how can I connect more with my breath and heart? And what does my own inner force look like? So each card does have a lot of information that does come with it. There you go. It's got a lot. She does start with some spreads in the beginning. And I know there's lots of information, lots and lots in the book. So there you go. Let's get into the cards themselves. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. It's a box with inside of a box with inside of a box. Let's use the newest opener, even though I really do. So far, I love the imagery of this, but it is a lot to get into, guys. I'm not even going to lie. This is not a quick, easy pop in. Oh, who is the creator of this? RP Studio, Hatchet Book Group. RP Studio is the publisher. RP Studio is the publisher of these decks, of this deck. So let's see where we're going to get into them. Oh, by the way, newest one. I love it. And I know these things are not necessarily easy to come by anymore, guys. I know this. Because people don't have letter openers much anymore. So there is that. So let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna shuffle the cards. Let's show some imagery first. Imagery is gorgeous. Is gorgeous. I will tell you, I like this. You have the choice of either using the book and reading all that she wrote about the card, or it does have a name about the card and a few short words with tons of imagery. So this definitely is a deck that you can just take the cards and go and not use the book. So I do love that she's got the either or option, which I love. So because I'm really big on using the imagery, maybe a couple of words, not necessarily the book on decks, because I do believe that cards are a tool to use with your own abilities to kind of go, booyah, this is where we got it going on. So 5-card stud, how do we play this? 5-card stud is pick a card, any card. So you can pick 1 card, 2 cards. You can pick all the cards. This is another challenge. Of course, Tim, always. DeEtte, have you ever met a card set you didn't like? Yes. Yes, I have, Lee. I loved a set, but they didn't love me, love with me. I got them to give away, and I did. The person loves them, and they work with it. You know what? Definitely, Lee. I will tell you what. Is there too many decks I don't love? Not many, because I do see the beauty of each deck and how you can use each deck. Are there decks that I don't like? There's decks I have thrown away. Like, this is complete crap. And what the hell was the person thinking to even create them? Yes, I have done it. Have I told you about those decks? No. Do I give them a great review? No. Do I showcase them? Yes, but I kind of go, but will there be a person that likes them? Maybe. I mean, because my opinion is not the end all of opinions. It's just how I look at them. But there isn't too many decks that I can go, oh, I really like them. Now, there's a difference between really like and, oh, hell, they are staying with me decks. Because there are decks, like I got a whole line of them over here that I will tell you what, I won't give up if my life depended on them. I love them that much. Okay. They find their way to me. And they're not going anywhere. They're just not going anywhere. So, but I do like it when somebody goes, oh my God, DeEtte, I really like that deck. And I'm like, happy to hand it over to you. You know, I believe I gave you a deck, Lee, that I thought was beautiful. The bird deck, I thought was beautiful. I really enjoyed it, but it wasn't a me deck. It was a you deck, you know? So, I was glad that that deck found its way to you, and hopefully you're still loving it. If not, hopefully you give it to somebody else that might love it. Hey, Sal, that's kind of how it works. It's just how it works. So that's why, you know what, we keep having decks, more decks, and we've got to just kind of put them on display for the world to see. With that being said, let's do some 5-card stud. 1 through 5, I'm going to pick 5 different cards. You guys too. Oh, I love that. So you guys get to pick a card, 1 card, 2 cards, all the cards, whatever you like to do. I'm going to read them each individually. And when I get done, we're going to put all the cards together as a whole. So we have essentially 6 different readings in 1 card with 1 spread here. It's not a past, present, future. It really is an individual card spread. And then as I read them all together, sometimes the 5th card jumps out before the first. Who knows? It's just kind of like the story that comes with them. So you can pick as many cards as you want of this. If you have multiple issues, multiple questions, feel free to take a number and put it next to a question. And you get up to have 6 different readings here. So at the end of the day, what we're doing is literally just having it so that you can go, oh my gosh, I do or don't like this deck. Is this a deck I want to go buy? Or this is a deck that goes, for you, you know, because that's why I do this. I'm not doing it necessarily for the reading at the end of the day. I'm doing it just to support the decks and to help showcase them, because when we go to buy our decks, whether they're online or at the metaphysical stores or libraries, we don't get to use these. We get a couple of pictures and we go, I think we might like it. So I'm just kind of trying the deck out for you to see if you like it or not. If you resonate with the deck, go buy it. go buy it. I strongly encourage people going, oh my gosh, I love that. I'm going to go buy that deck. And I cannot tell you how many stories where people went, DeEtte, you showcased a deck. I went and bought it. I love it. It was awesome. And they were so happy that I showcased the deck because it's not even a deck they would have thought of looking at until it came on the show. So there you go. So that being said, let's get to pulling some cards. I think we've shuffled enough. I need some lotion on my hands. Dry. It's okay. Card number one. Card number one. Oh my God, they're kind of sticky. Card number one. Ooh, Mystic Key. Mystic Key. Patterns in the subtle. Can't say the word. Just not doing well. Patterns in the realms. Time keys. Singularities. Look at stunning that is. It's kind of like this hand reaching out with an all-seeing eye in a moment, a snapshot moment. And this is amazing to me because when I see this, especially when it says singularities, what I am seeing with this card is this week is going to have a moment in it where when you look back in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you're going to go, oh my God, that moment is the one that changed my life. That is the moment that, you know what, was like, whoa, if that didn't happen, none of the rest of this would have happened. And I know you can look at that with a lot of different, I know the Dream Song deck is awesomely, I love it. That's what I really, that's not going anywhere. But with this particular card, I do believe this is a week where you're going to have something. If you pick number one, card number one, where you're going to have that moment that just, you know, your guides have got your back on and caused something for you to get back on your path that you're supposed to be on, to have something that has to happen. This week is going to be a week that has that challenge, that moment that just clicks everything, gives you the key, go click, turn it, and walk through that door. And it really is going to be a moment of time. Will you miss it? There's going to be a good possibility you are going to miss that moment in time. Not in the aspect that it's not going to happen, because it's going to happen. No matter what, it's going to happen. But it's going to be, you're going to miss probably the depths of it, because it's going to be when you look back, you're going to go, oh my God, if that had not happened, wow. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Sylvester Stallone. If he had not written the script for Rocky, he would not be the man he is today. If he had not pushed that and said no to the money offered for the script, he would not be the man for the day. So it's that type of thing. Looking back in your life going, if this had not happened, I would not be where I'm at. And that's what this is about this week. So trust me, life is about to change, and it's going to be mind-blowing when it does. Card number two is the multiverse. Expand your mind. Quantum travel. The big picture. Wow. I'm looking at this and I think I could stare at that card forever, meditate on it, and just watch the journey of it, because it's pretty dynamic. But when I'm looking at this card again, it's the big picture that I'm looking at. It is the expansiveness of this. You're looking at your issues in life as little tiny issues. You're looking at this little issue, this little issue, this little piggy, that little piggy, instead of looking at the whole big picture, Because you know what? Let's just look at the three little piggies. If you look at each individual one, you're like, oh my God, them little guys are going to be bacon really soon. But when you see the big picture, they weren't where they weren't. It was the wolf that went down. So it's looking at the big picture. You're looking at the individual problems in your life. You're looking at these little things that have gotten you absolutely nowhere. And really, you have to look at the bigger, broader, like, holy cow, what am I really looking at type of a thing. So start to realize that all these little issues in your life are not what's making your life. It's those little things that are making the bigger picture. So start looking at it. Card number three, move with grace. Move with grace. Optimize light, inner and outer forgiveness. Move with grace. Pick card number three. You have to need to learn to forgive yourself. You need to be able to let go. You need to be able to put the past behind you, because you can't take it back. You need to be able to push forward. But it starts here. It starts in here. Okay. Now, that grace is how you're going to move forward. It's how you're going to take the punch and move forward. How you're going to have those things happen to you and move forward. Okay. So often we get stuck. And when you have issues and you have issues that you feel are a little overwhelming, you will stop going forward in life. This card is to say you've had the issues happen, but we need to move past it. We need to go forward. You need to just go, how did that affect me? What did I learn from this? What did I experience? Oh, beautiful. Now what's the next thing? And that's what this card's about. It's not about stopping, it's about starting, continuation. Card number 4, Ancient Muse, Soul Truths, Higher Self, Deep Inspiration. Deep inspiration. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? And when I'm looking at this card, it really is going, okay, wait a second. I need answers. You really need answers. You have looked everywhere and anywhere and you haven't found the answers yet. And it's driving you berserk because you're like, I can't get out of my own head. The problem is you need to go further in. It's not going outside of it. It's going in and going up. Go to your higher self. Take some moments, take some deep breaths, relax yourself. Think of the problem at hand and relax and go, wow, wait a second, and watch it come in. Watch the answer be given to you. Okay? Life is not meant to be difficult. We are the ones that make it difficult. When we get out of our head, we get nowhere in life. When we literally go, take a deep breath and see where it's coming to you from. That's where the answer is going to be, because your higher self and your guides are always going to be there to help you through. Okay. And the last card, card number 5, is the Akashic Flow. Tap it in, Ancient Library, and Awakening. If you pick card number 5, the battle's done. The battle's done. Why? Because everything has come to you. The answers are there. Everything's flowing, and you're going on to the next set of issues. Literally, if you pick card number 5, this too is passing. It's not shall pass. It is passing. It is motion into the background, and you are ready to go to the forward. You're ready to move on. Okay. Doesn't mean you're not going to have another set of issues. It just means that you're done with this set. This set of issues are over. So card number 1, Mystic Key. Card number 2 is Multiverse. Card number 3 is Move with Grace. Card number 4 is Ancient Muse. And card number 5 was the Akashic Flow. When I look at all these cards, this really is an amazing week, because this week you are really becoming unstuck. You are moving forward. Something is going to happen this week that really is going to, you know what? You don't see it coming. You don't know it's coming, and you possibly didn't know it even happened. Why? Because it is that key. It is that moment in time. But this week is that week where you are going to look forward and go, "Wow, booyah, this happened." But it's going to come with a whole lot of. It's literally in this moment that this is going to happen. When this opportunity, when this happenstance is going to happen, it's going to be when everything comes together and there's a stillness within you that, again, is going to be at a blink of an eye, a blink of a moment. Everything's going to come together for a moment, and poof, magic is going to happen. The sad thing about it is you may not know the magic happened. You may not know that all the stars align for you in this moment to really change the opportunities that are coming to you in the future. So it's not that everything is changing this week. It does mean the seed is being planted this week. The growth is happening from this week forward for the next thing to happen. This really is a blessed week for you. If you picked all the full reading, this is a blessed week for you, because this is a week that literally the seeds are there. Everything is popping up. You're just not going to see the fruits of the labor until later. Beautiful reading. Beautiful deck of cards. I will tell you what, these cards have got some depth to them. These can be very much beginner's deck because of having the words. Very much beginner's deck. But if you cover up that and you look at the picture, oh my God, the advanced person can take this card and run with it. Oh my gosh. The advanced person is going to look at this card and see just, wow, the depths of everything. Just everything. I will tell you what, I would probably recommend this deck more to an advanced person than a beginner's, even though the beginner could use it. I do believe it's a deck a person can grow with, but I would almost be sad because I think a beginner would get stuck on always using the words. and not using the imagery where the tool is really the best for you. So I would actually recommend this to someone that's intermediate or advanced and really wanting to push the depths, because these cards, you can take them there. So yes, Lee, love the deck. Love the deck. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so where am I at this week? Where am I at? I'm like, ugh, I don't even want to put these cards away. Where am I at this week? This week, I'm in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Oh my God, guys, I feel like I've traveled the universe in just a few moments. Just a few moments. I'm at Cedar Falls. I gotta get to the right. I don't even know where I'm at in life. I have to get to the right event so I can tell you about this event, don't I? I gotta get to the right email so I can tell you about it. So I am at the Cedar Falls Psychic and Paranormal Expo this Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Phenomenal event. It's going to be awesome. I am so happy to be going back to Iowa. I can't even tell you how ecstatic I am to be able to go back to Iowa. I'm beyond ecstatic. I've not been there for almost 2 years, and I'm so happy. So, and literally, guys, I am doing, this is the only place I do a free gallery at, okay? We do not sell tickets to my gallery, okay? I literally show up and I do the gallery for free for, I think it's a 45-minute, maybe an hour gallery, nothing long. It's amazing, but it's at 11:15 on Saturday in, again, Cedar Falls, Iowa. This is put on by Kelly Nielsen and her mom, Pat. Amazing people. A beautiful event. And I will tell you what, it ends up going, poof, it just explodes. So many beautiful, lovely souls come in. And again, I'm so excited to go back. So if you know me in Iowa, if you haven't seen me, if you've been wanting to see me, come on back. I cannot wait to see you. Again, 2 days, full days of readings, and more readings. I've also decided, guys, that I'm ready to teach in person again. I'm going to teach in person again. As I have told you guys before, I have been in the mix of creating a brick and mortar store. Kind of excited about that. I'm in the mix of creating that. What is happening with that is I'm still creating it. Okay. There's so much work to be done. Going forward in the store, but I will be ready to teach the first weekend in May. So that first weekend, May 3rd and 4th, I am teaching intermediate class. I'm teaching intermediate class at the store on the outskirts of Delavan, going towards Williams Bay, and on Highway 50, going towards Williams Bay and Lake Geneva, if you know the area. But we are coming together to teach. So yes, super excited. So if you'd like to go into intermediate class, if you think you're ready, jump on board. Tons of information, so much information, 2 days. This is a 2-day course that you are literally with me Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. You are getting tons of information, tons of readings, tons of everything. And in the end, you're going to do live readings. You are going to do live readings. It's awesome. And people get so nervous, and then they're blown away by how freaking phenomenal they are and how amazing they did. So it's super exciting to have that happen. So yes, that is happening. That is happening. Again, it is May 3rd and 4th. If you would like to come to it, just get a hold of me. You can either DM me on Facebook. Look for Bear Bar, BEAR is Bear, Bar is BAIR. That is me on Facebook. You'll see a beautiful picture of a German Shepherd. Or you can send me an email at medium@DeEtteRenee.com, or you can go to my website, DeEtte.us, and send me a message through there. All ways are going to get to me. You can also go to Instagram, TikTok, wherever your social media is, come find me. I'm easily accessible. I'm going to be hopefully send some major emails out on that so that people will know that I'm back on the game, back to teaching. Super excited about that. So there's that. And the store will be opening in May. We decided yesterday the store will be opening. Don't know how, but there will be something on the shelves. Making it happen, making it work. It's going to be super awesome. So there you go, guys. We will see you next Monday morning, guys. Same time, same. What is my Facebook again? Here, let me put it in the comments for you. Let me put you in the comments. Yeah, I've only got like 25 or maybe I'm up to 30 friends. Not sure. There you go. There you go. I have put it in the comments who I am on Facebook, guys. Come on and find me. Reach out for that friend request. I will be more than happy to approve it and kind of bring my community back together because I miss you guys. I miss you guys. There is that. Well, guys, with that being said, we're gonna say goodbye until next Monday morning. We'll see you 9 a.m. next Monday here on the Edge Network. This is DeEtte. Have a blessed week. Stop suffering. Bye-bye, guys.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.